What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I acquired a new mining rig per se that I use for the 6600. It has a MSI mining board. It has a AMD Ryzen 2400. It's an APU. So what happens is every time this computer restarts or I try to do anything with it, this is what happens. So I can go into my software, open Radeon software, and it gives me a problem. So the version of AMD software you have launched is compatible, blah, blah, blah. So if I go into my device manager, trying to record this, and look at display adapters, I can uninstall the APU that's on there, which is a Vega graphics. So it's going to be a little bit flashy. So it removes it there. Then I can get into my software for tuning my card for mining. So you go performance, tuning, manual. So I can enable the GPU now. I can enable the fan tuning. I can enable the power or try to enable it, but it won't let me. And I can't get past this no matter what I try. And it will not let me adjust the card or for mining. Even if I go into the MSI Afterburner, it shows the 6600 in there, as you can see. But again, I cannot do overclocks on it. So what I have to do every time is I have a driver saved on my desktop. I have to install the driver, let it go through the whole setup, and then what it does is it restarts my computer while it installs and everything else. I'll show you everything what I do on it. Right now the GPU is just sitting there chilling, and this is just show you, even though that I have a YouTube channel about mining, I still can't figure out everything that I try. So after this goes through, it will ask me to restart the computer, so we'll let it go through. But as I was saying, I'm gonna let the driver software download, which is the I got the software website, which was the newest one. So it's basically installing their software so I can edit, and it gives me an option to install the driver and everything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it do that, and then we'll come back to it, guys. Now that it downloads, it will open the AMD Radeon software. It will ask me to install the latest version, which I do every time, and that's the version that it's on. It takes a couple of minutes as well, but if we go into the device manager, hopefully it will still show it on here. Display, properties. It says driver version is this, but it says it's installing driver 28 point something something something. Not sure why it does that every time. So it's installing their driver. So this also takes a little bit of time, and it will ask me to restart the computer, which I do every time. Then once that happens, that's when I can finally start doing my overclocks, as I will show you guys here shortly. So now the computer is restarted. Even if we go to properties again, it's still showing everything the same. The driver is from 8/6/2021 on both of them, but here's the difference. So when we go into Radeon software, I can do whatever I want now. Now it's letting me do any overclocks that I want, how I want to do it, and all that stuff. So here we go, 2300, all the adjusting, and I'm gonna fire up the MSI Afterburner as well, say yes. And we're gonna see that even in the MSI Afterburner, it's letting me do the overclocks as well. So it's very weird to me. I'm not sure what it is, but this, as I said earlier, Ryzen 3 2400, which is an APU as well, which is I think 4 gigabytes. And when I use the Radeon graphics cards, this is the problem I run into. NVIDIA, I'm gonna have to retest it, but I don't think I have any other problems with this when it comes to NVIDIA for some reason. But when I'm using this, it gives me the problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and fire up the mining just for you guys. Let me just move my stuff around. So we're gonna go ahead and put frequency 1500, voltage all the way down, memory 2300, -3 on the power limit. Sorry guys, I'm using my phone. I don't use this often, but I don't have a camera, so. Then when you're doing setting the speed, if this is your first time with the 6600 Radeons, make sure you disable the 0. When you disable the 0, it will let the fan run at whatever setting you do. If you don't, you can see it's running now. But if you enable 0, say apply changes, it will temporarily drop it, and when it needs to, it will kick on. I don't like that. I like it running at certain amount. Let's see, now it's, and when we apply it, now it's running at the speed that we set it to. And then we're gonna go ahead and grab I believe it's G miner. I always mess this up because one of the miners, it will kick out the card, the APU, I'm sorry, not the card, the APU, and some of the miners will give it errors and shut the miner down because I'm using less than 4 gigabytes on one of the technically graphics card, but it's an APU. So we're gonna go ahead and let this run, and that's basically it. So I was able to apply everything and run the miner. The next issue I run into, which we really won't get into, once I get this mining, all right, arrow GPU 1 out of memory, stop mining at GPU 1, now it's gonna just mine in the 6600. Once I start mining, I can't do any overclocks. So it doesn't matter if the miner is off or on. So let's do 2350 on the memory. You can see I changed it to 2350. Apply. I guess it hasn't been running for too long, but it's doing it now. Usually it does not let me even change settings on it. So it is what it is. But there it is, the card is kicking on. We're at 3269. They changed it. Okay, it's letting me change settings now. Half the time it doesn't let me change any settings after I start mining this card. Alright guys, if you have any questions or any help you can guys provide me, leave them down there just to see if I can fix this issue. I'm not sure what it is. I keep researching. But even for this APU, I had to get a special monitor, which is this one, because it wouldn't work through the HDMI. It would give me errors, so I would have to restart like 10-15 times before I get the screen to work. So I'm never doing this again with the APUs and Radeons. I don't know why it does it, but it does it. We're gonna let it run one more time and see the hash rates, so you guys know. There it goes, over 33, 51 watts. It's gonna be 3309, probably the highest at 53, 54 watts. All right guys, thanks for watching. As I said, leave the comments below if you have any help for me or just want to make fun of me because I don't know something basic. That's completely up to you. As always guys, hit the like, subscribe, and have a wonderful night.